me tarnished and feed me now!
No.
But I'm starving!
I said no.
But I can give you gold! I can give you maidens! Or I can get you nominated for Game of the Year. Again.
What? How? Elden Ring came out in 2022.
I have my ways.
I appreciate your offer, but I couldn't. Feeding someone to a plant for my own personal benefit, it has left me with so much guilt and regret. I don't think I could stand to do it all again.
The Game of the Year nominees are Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree.
Hi, I'm Magic Cyborg, and I'm a nerd who makes stuff. We're getting to that time, everybody. Only 1 week of November left, and a certain event is over the horizon. People are preparing meals to eat for that special day. Entire families are ready to get reunited. Wait, what's that? No, I'm not talking about Thanksgiving. I'm talking about the Game Awards. What makes you think anyone would care about such a minor thing like Thanksgiving? I mean, let's get our priorities straight here. The Game Awards, it's what the people really want, you see. Anyway, today we're sculpting Audrey II. This was a suggestion from Sarai Cordova 22. Thank you very much for your suggestion. If you want to suggest a character for me to make, feel free to comment down below and I will make it in the future. So this is my first of probably many videos talking about this year's Game Awards. And I would like to start things off by talking about this year's nominees, specifically for Game of the Year. I would like to talk about some of the other categories, but that would be too long of a video. So we're just going to focus on the big boy, the Game of the Year, starting with Astrobot. Oh my god, I am so happy that this game got nominated. I don't know if you guys remember, but Astrobot was announced in PlayStation's State of Play, right? And in that very same State of Play, do you know what else was announced? Concord. That's right, Concord. Both Astrobot and Concord were revealed at the same presentation. And one of them turned out to be a massive disaster with an all-time player base that barely reached the thousands, which was so bad Sony decided to shut the game down 2 weeks after launch, which Sony then decided to refund everybody, even those who purchased physical copies, and the other one is Astrobot. Now, as much praise that I give this game, I've never actually played it. As a matter of fact, I haven't played any of these games. Mostly because I was too focused on finishing the games that I started in 2023. But I did play the VR Astrobot game on the PS4, and then I played Astro's Playroom on the PS5. And I liked all of them, and I was pretty excited to see that a new one came out. So overall, this might be the game that I end up voting for. So I wish you luck, Astrobot. So moving on to the next nominee that I would like to talk about, as is tradition with the Game Awards, at least most of the time, there will be one spot saved for an indie game for the Game of the Year category. And for this year, that indie game is Balatro. Congratulations. You know, before we got the official nominees revealed, I was trying to guess what indie game could get nominated, and my mind kept going back to Animal Well, because I heard a lot of good things about it. But then the nominees came out, and I was like, oh, why didn't I think of Balatro? It made so much sense, because that game is famous for being super addictive. I was close though. Animal Well did end up getting nominated for Best Independent Game, so I'll take it. Oh, I actually have a fun fact for you guys about Balatro. To all of my game devs watching, what game engine do you think was used to make Balatro? If you guessed Unity, you're wrong. If you guessed Game Maker, you're wrong. If you guessed Godot, you're also wrong. Are you perhaps telling me that an Unreal Engine was used to make a 2D game? Nope, it's not Unreal either. So what the heck was Balatro made with? The answer is Love 2D, which you probably have never even heard of. It's not even a game engine, it's actually a framework for the Lua programming language. So it really goes to show that it doesn't matter what game engine you use, all that matters is the person using it. Good luck to you, Balatro. And with that, let's move on to the next nomination, Metaphor ReFantasio. Yeah, honestly, I don't know anything about this game. Moving on to the next nomination, Black Myth Wukong. Ooh boy, in all honesty, I didn't think this would end up getting nominated. Love it or hate it, it is probably the most divisive game of 2024. Everyone you see, either on the internet or just casually talking about it in person, you'll find someone who either loves it a lot or hates the game's guts, with very few in between. Now, of course, I've never played it, nor have I watched anyone play it, so I will withhold my takes until I look into it properly. But I do have to give the Game Awards some credit for nominating this game. I mean, yeah, it is a bit of a lose-lose situation either way. You're going to piss people off for nominating it, and you're going to piss people off for not nominating it. But I do think that nominating it is the better option of the two. So, bravo. And that's all I have on Wukong, so let's move along to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, when I first heard of this game, I was a bit confused because from looking at the title, I assumed like this was some sort of DLC, right? But I've seen everyone talk this game up as if it was a standalone title. And that's because it is, as it turns out. It's the sequel to the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and not only that, but we'll also be expecting a third game in the future. I don't know if this is like another Hobbit scenario where they're taking one game and stretching out into 3 games, or if the story of the original 1997 game is just part 1, and part 2 and 3 will take place after the events of that plot. I don't know. I'm clearly behind, as you could tell. But hey, I'm happy to see that this sort of trilogy thing is going pretty well so far, and I say good luck to you at the awards and to making part 3. And now for the game that I saved for last. Oh boy, here we go. It's the one that's gotten everyone mad. Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Yup, that's right. Elden Ring DLC got nominated for Game of the Year. When I first heard about this, I thought it was pretty funny, more than anything. Like, it's possible for Elden Ring to win Game of the Year twice. However, that's not to say that I'm sugarcoating this. I agree with everyone that DLC should not get nominated for Game of the Year. And as much as I do like Elden Ring, I hope Shadow of the Erdtree doesn't win, because it will make it pretty unfair for the other contenders. And that's all of the nominees. Just to recap, the nominees for Game of the Year are Astrobot, Balatro, Metaphor ReFantazio, Black Myth Wukong, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Now, for the last couple of years, it's been pretty easy to predict what game would end up winning. But this year, I have no idea. Everyone has a pretty good fighting chance, so this will definitely be interesting. I'm very much looking forward to this year's Game Awards, and not Thanksgiving. I still can't believe you thought I was talking about Thanksgiving earlier. I swear, everyone treats it like it's a national holiday or something. Anyway, if you want to suggest a character for me to sculpt or something that you would like for me to talk about in the future, feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day.